I'm the printer. Did you see these? Yeah. Rain, I have.
They're gonna open it. They're gonna open it. Okay, great. Thanks.
I got the scissors.
But you gotta, really. What's up, guys? All right. You exist.
You do exist. I do. Thank you for coming this morning, and thanks for
Yes, it is. Pop-up. How do you say it? Pop-up. Well, in America, anyway. In America, right. Really? Since Good morning, everybody. It's the middle of January. We're standing outside, so I promise I will keep this brief.
Oh, it's not the other way around. We can stand in our suits in the middle of January. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm very humbled and honored to be the chair of the board of the Recording Academy. It is something I'm not shy about saying, and little brings me greater pride. But today, this week, and especially today, I might be even just a little bit more proud to say I'm a native New Yorker and a longtime member of this New York chapter. I'm so delighted to be here and to know that the Recording Academy is going to have its very own home in this great city. We're a national academy, but we serve our membership and the music community at large through our local chapters across the country. And this momentous occasion is a demonstration of our commitment to the welfare and health of all music and its creators. With that said, allow me to introduce a very special man, someone with the courage of his convictions, and what many may not know, also a native New Yorker. To officially begin this presentation, please welcome my good friend and colleague, Neil Porter.
Thank you, John. Good morning, and I want to give everybody a warm welcome. That's probably what we need, a warm welcome. I want to thank the weather forecasters for getting us some decent weather this week. We're excited about that. And it's my great honor and privilege to officially begin the historic celebration of the Recording Academy's 60th anniversary. And it's the first Grammy Week held in New York City in 15 years. As a native New Yorker, which has been revealed to you, it's always great to be back home in this vibrant, iconic birthplace and center of so much of the world's culture and certainly music. And speaking of home, we're gathered here on 37th Street, the very hill section of Manhattan, in front of a magnificent building. It's a townhouse originally built in 1860, and it's been preserved and pampered over the years to maintain its beauty, its style, and its important history. And it's soon to become home to the Recording Academy's New York chapter. And actually, that was our second location in the United States, opened shortly after the founding of the Academy in 1958. This wonderful location will serve as our permanent space here in New York, and it marks the first time we will own our offices, and then we own a real piece of the Big Apple. And we expect to be far more than just occupants of a building. We look forward to increasing the mark we already make on Now, the previous owner of the building personally told me how he and his family would invite upcoming classical musicians on their way either to Carnegie or Town Hall to kind of try out some of their repertoire right here in the acoustically special parlor room, which is right behind us. What a great legacy for the Academy to inherit. And I'm sure there'll be many musicians and people within our music community, and indeed the whole city, who will carry on such a worthy and inspiring agenda, along with the many important and impactful missions that we develop, that we promote, and we support. So I'd like to acknowledge and recognize some of the Academy's fine elected leaders here, including our National Board Chair, John Papo, who introduced us, the Vice Chair of the Academy, Ruby Marchand. Both of them are right from here in New York. They're native New Yorkers. Our New York chapter president, Ben Allison, is here. Our New York trustees and governors are going to join us shortly for the walk inside. Our New York chapter executive director, Nick Cucci. It's thanks to all of them and to our tireless staff for their dedication and contributions and for making this an important milestone for us right here in New York. So shortly, we're going to officially cut this ribbon. It signals the beginning of our project to renovate and evolve this building into a facility which will make not only the Recording Academy proud, but all of our neighbors and friends here in the city. Will make them proud as well. And following the ribbon cutting, please join us inside, right up the stairs, to see the glory of this building yourselves, and to see many architectural renderings of what we know will be a wonderful and appropriate next incarnation of this very special place. But before we do that, I do have the very distinct honor and privilege, city of New York, Bill DiBlasio. Mr. Mayor.
Well, welcome everyone. This is really a wonderful moment for New York City at the beginning of a week that we are so excited about, we're so proud of. Now, I love the fact that there are so many New Yorkers involved in this effort, so I want to make sure I understand where everyone's from. So Neil, where are you from originally?
Born and raised in Manhattan, Lenox Hill Hospital.
Lenox Hill Hospital. Very good. Did you grow up in Manhattan?
Manhattan, Bayside, Long Island.
Okay, Manhattan and then Bayside, Queens.
And then I lived on 35th Street, 3 blocks from
He's covering it all. Okay. John, where are you from?
Born in Brooklyn like most of them.
In Brooklyn, like most of the world. That is a very true statement. It's a particularly true statement I've noticed in California, that all the great innovative talent of California actually comes from Brooklyn. Ruby, where are you from? The Bronx. Excellent. We've got all sorts of representation of our great city. So, as everyone knows, we have a very particular relationship. This city of New York has a very particular relationship with Los Angeles, and we have a friendly competition at all times. I do want to note all of this great talent that has been involved out in California and their efforts previously. It is wonderful to be a part of this homecoming, to see all these great New Yorkers do something great for New York City and bring this extraordinary week to us. And, excuse me, we know it in this city, a wellspring of so much of the musical talent that becomes so prominent not only in this country but all over the world. We are very proud to be the capital of music in the world. And it's so wonderful to have this occasion, the beginning of a week that really recognizes what the music scene in New York City means all over and how much we contribute. Neil, I know this is a labor of love for you, bringing this home here. And I know that having this permanent headquarters is only going to deepen the involvement in New York City. I want to thank members of my team who worked so hard to make sure that New York City would have this opportunity. Julie Menon, thank you so much. Gabrielle Fialkoff, thank you so much. This means a lot for New York City. First time in 15 years, as you heard, to have the Grammys back in New York City. It means for us that our extraordinary music scene is getting recognition it so richly deserves. This is the biggest night in music returning to the musical capital of the world. And that feels really good. And I want to say now, we as New Yorkers, we are very proud, but these are facts that I'm now going to tell you. New York City is where salsa was born. New York City, contrary to some other people's claims, is where hip-hop was born. New York City is where the American punk music scene was born. This city has contributed so much and has reflected all of the peoples, all of the cultures that make up this place. It's also a place where the great American standards were written. It's a place where Carole King and Sonny Rollins and Jay-Z became legends. We can safely say that this place has put a huge imprint on the world. Think of some of the locations we associate with great musical innovators. The Electric Lady Studios, the house that Jimi Hendrix built and created a whole new sound that still sounds so fresh and alive and intense today. Minton's Playhouse, where Thelonious Monk and Charlie Parker invented jazz as we know it today. There's a fan back there. We are so happy to have the Grammys where, in our humble opinion, they belong in this place where so much has been contributed. And that's why we fought so hard and worked so hard to bring them back. And I have to tell you, like everything in life, it took a lot of negotiation. We worked closely with the Academy and the Garden and the unions and obviously the city agencies to try to make sure we could get it right. And here's what it will mean for the city as a whole. There will be real economic opportunity created by this wonderful week. It's projected to have an economic impact of $600 million on the city's economy. And we know that that impact will go well beyond the 7 exciting days ahead. And one of the reasons we know it will go on is because we're cutting this ribbon and beginning the presence of the Recording Academy at its new permanent home. And what I love about the Academy's vision is that it is going to be a place that's going to be open to New Yorkers. It's going to allow people to bring their musical talent forward and get it recognized and help us to grow the next generation of musical innovators and stars. And having this permanent presence means so much. It's going to be an amazing week. So many highlights ahead. Looking forward to great performances coming up. I know that in particular, my son Dante commends you for having an important performance by Childish Gambino, one of his favorites. But this is going to be a great week. Even in this place that is so busy, even in the city that never sleeps, this week will be one of the most special weeks in a long time. So thank you to everyone at the Recording Academy. I just want to say a few words now because it is New York City. A few words en español. Los premios Grammy vienen a nuestra ciudad por primera vez en 15 años. Hoy los celebramos con la apertura de la nueva sede de la Academia de la Grabación en Nueva York. Nueva York es la capital de la música del mundo. Y estamos felices de tener a la Academia con nosotros. We're happy to have you with us.
Thank you.
There you go, brother. Whatever you tell us to do.
And then all three together.
Complex.
He's on this way.
Each get a set.
Yeah, well, we'll start with the musical photos.
All right with you, TC? No. It's on your foot. It's on your foot.
Laura, back up.
Okay. No, not really.
Our
This is our photographer here.
And one more with me, please, straight ahead.
Neil right here.
That's a New York joke.
Right here.
You gentlemen, right down here, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, John and the mayor, quick, and then all three. Oops, sorry.
Scissors are great, John.
Great.
I said to the mayor, you didn't know you were loyal, did you?
That's a knee slapper, everybody.
He said, that's a real, you must be from New York, that's a New York.
All right.
Okay, and all three.
All three of you
The mayor in the middle and
Three scissors. Scissors check. All right, now you know there's a technique.
Ronald looking straight up and ahead.
Okay, first looking up. Ready? Count of three. You ready? Go nice and slow. Go nice and slow. Don't hurt anyone. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Yes, we did it. We did it on the first try. Yes, to be happy.
We just hold here for a second while I walk inside. And if we go, maybe I gotta take a break. Shot.
Always come to the door. Yes. Okay, now we'll take the kids inside. Why don't you leave the photographers in? Lourdes, you're inside. We'll get you the spelling. Lourdes knows the spelling. I don't know the spelling of John's last name. If you guys want to come inside, get B-roll of the...